Previously on Legends, man.
What's going on here, fellas?
Hi there, Cap. We need to light the grill.
Johnny, needing a frist on my mark. Assemble!
Happy birthday, America! Excelsior!
Happy 250th birthday, America, from Captain America and friends. So this is a 4th of July video, and it is the 4th of July. I was trying to do this before the 4th of July to have it ready for the 4th of July, but I'm doing it on the 4th of July to have ready sometime on the 4th of July. Did I say 4th of July enough?
No.
Okay.
No. Couple more.
4th of July. Because right here you can see it's the 4th of July. Let me start off with this right here, because this calendar is a reproduction, basically. This was originally made in 1976 for the 200th anniversary. Marvel did a bicentennial calendar. So they reissued the same thing, just rearranged the days to match up for 2026. So, yes, I remember having this 50 years ago when it first came out. Stop chuckling, damn kids. So I just thought it was really cool. You see all these old pictures of people from Marvel from back in the 70s. A lot of little one-liners on different dates. And just seeing the art is, I find it really cool. So anyway, we've got what I have here is a collection of Captain America figures and a few other people who have worn the stars and stripes and the shield, but none of those guys will ever match up to Steve Rogers, in my opinion. The one true Captain America. So we've got Steve Rogers here. This is Bucky Barnes. This is a Bucky cap from the comics. I believe that run was when Cap was dead at one time, and Bucky took over. And you can see they made him a little more gritty. He's got holsters. He's got guns. Changed the uniform around a little bit. Looks more metallic. Changed where the stripes are. Has it instead of red, white, and blue. It's got red, white, and blue, but it's also got a lot of black. You know, because he's edgy. He's a Winter Soldier too. This is from the comics. This is John Walker, U.S. agent, who was Captain America for a while, and much as he is portrayed in the MCU, he's a bit of a dick. Yeah, didn't like him. Bucky, you know, he's got some super soldier formula. He, was Steve's best friend. They have history together, but he's not Steve. He's not great. And then we got from the MCU, we have I don't have the comic version. I only have the MCU version of Sam Wilson as Falcon, Cap Falcon, Captain America. To me, Sam is the Falcon. He should always be the Falcon. Now, I like the actor. I like the movies, but, to me, it's Steve Rogers, or otherwise it's just somebody pretending. Anyway, so here we have, this figure is from the first Avenger, I believe. This is in his World War II uniform, back when he had a gun too. And that's the MCU. That's Steve Rogers. It's Captain America. I like what they did in the movie when they took the comic design of the uniform and basically adapted it more into real world soldier. I thought that was pretty cool. I was hoping they would stick with that. But then when the Avengers rolled around, they decided to go to this monstrosity, which, like Ant-Man says, there's America's ass. Yeah, I didn't like this suit at all. I don't know what. There's something about the mask, the helmet, just isn't right to me, and I don't know. I just don't really like it. Since then, they've gotten better in the movie version of the costume. And this figure, I believe I didn't even. I think this I got it like a yard sale for 50 cents or something. I just picked it up mainly because I wanted to use the shield because the shield is nice and it's actually got the straps on it instead of the typical wrist clip that usually breaks. But I got it for the shield. And I started looking at this figure and it's pretty crappy. It's it's got double jointed knees. You can see the pins, but you have no. Yet the only rotation is up at the top of the thigh. There's no boot rotation. There's no ankle rotation. It's just front, back, side to side. So I don't know. It's kind of crappy. The wrists actually they do rotate. They rotate at the top of the glove, but you can't change hands out. The hands don't come out. The hands are part of the forearm. So it's this is just a basically it's the shield was worth 50 cents. This thing goes in the junk bin. Then we have this is actually I didn't get out the other head for this. This is from what they called Cap Wolf. There was a run in the comics, a storyline where Captain America actually became a werewolf. Uh, there was a werewolf infection going around. I know Cap became a werewolf. I forget there were other characters involved in it too, but Marvel Legends actually made a figure that you could, they had the werewolf head with the mask ripped off. It's in another bin somewhere. I didn't grab that, but I still, other than beyond the fact that it's cool that it was a Cap Wolf, this was my favorite Captain America figure till recently. I like the coloring on it, the design. It's very classic. In fact, I'm putting it up here and I can't see. There we go. It's very similar to the comic. The posability is there we go. It's got all the things you want. The rotations, the double joint. It's got the visible pins, but that's not a big deal to me. It's got at the top of the boots. It does not have a waist swivel, but it's got a crunch. That's the only thing missing is the waist swivel. Obviously, the heads are interchangeable because it has a Cap Wolf head, and it's got the pointer finger. Like, I want you. And it's got the only thing it does have a small shield, so I'll probably have to repaint this, but this is a better size shield for this figure. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing is changing the silver to white, dulling it down a little bit to make it more comic style. And that's what that's going to go to. So let's move this out of the way. I'm even going to try and keep them standing. This is the one that replaced that as my favorite figure. This is the Gamerverse Captain America from the Captain America versus Venom. Now, the shield has the blast effect as if something's bouncing off a shield. You can take that off, and then you just have the shield with the wrist clip. He is superposable. He does have a screaming head, which works for the blast effect, but he also has, I believe, a regular head that's still in the box. Again, great shade of blue. It's got no visible pins, and it's got all the articulation you could want. I could want anyway. This one even has the crunch and the swivel, so you can pose him pretty much any way you want. It's an all-around great figure. So that, like I said, that replaced the Cap Wolf for me. But I've had one sitting on a card that I think is going to be my real replacement. This is the Secret Wars Captain America, which is very similar to that one. It's just this is a lighter blue. This is more in line with the way he appeared in the Secret Wars comic in 1985-ish, somewhere around there. But also what recently came out is his partner, Sam Wilson, as the Falcon. So Captain America and the Falcon, that's what I grew up on. That's what the comic was called when I, first started reading Captain America. It was Captain America and the Falcon, and these are the outfits. So without further ado, I want to bust this guy open and take a look. Um, I don't know if I'm keeping this card or not, but I do like the Secret Wars packaging, just because Hasbro took the time to do something very reminiscent of the old original Mattel Secret Wars packaging. Only much bigger scale, of course, because those were tiny little 3 3/4 inch figures, somewhere around there. But look at that, warnings. Don't choke. Now this one you could choke on, because this was when Cap's shield got busted during the Secret Wars. So you have little pieces of broken shield, and nice shattered, formerly indestructible shield. But don't worry, his shield got fixed while he was on the Beyonders planet. And we got your Secret Wars 40th anniversary. So yeah, this was these came out last year, so it was 25. So yeah, it was 1985 on the original Secret Wars. And you got your lenticular shield, which is the little pack-in or little gimmick they had with the old Mattel ones, which is, it's just it's not really useful for anything other than just nostalgic. So here we go. This is the new Cap, and let me get this up here. This is definitely a happy Cap. This is, Mr. Poster Child for America. He's happy to be wearing the stars and stripes. He's happy to be a soldier. He's happy to defend America, defend the innocent, and yeah, that's what I grew up on. Now, that also comes with a more determined head when he's got to, not be such a nice guy.
See, I can do this all day.
Yeah, I can do this all day. This is when he, like in the movies, if we go to that, Endgame, and spoilers if you haven't seen Endgame, but if you haven't, what the hell's wrong with you?
Language.
Yeah, thanks. I got that reference. When Thanos busted his shield and seemed like all the other heroes were down, and it was just Cap standing alone against Thanos. And actually, I think he had it on this hand, didn't he? The one, he's got a busted shield. There was a big cut on his wrist, and he just cinches it up to close it together, and he grits his teeth and just is ready to go headlong at Thanos. He's severely overpowered by Thanos. He wasn't going to give up. He was going to keep fighting till he was done. But actually, and then that's the point where he heard a familiar voice say, "On your left." And Sam came in with the rest of the heroes to join the fight. But this is really, I really like, yes, this is my new number one, because now that the game reverse is nice, the darker shade of blue, but it doesn't have the texture of the scale mail, as the comics always said that the top part of his uniform was actually armor. It was scale mail, chain mail, and they have that pattern sculpted into the top portion and the shoulders, just like it should be. They have a little collar line there. They have, very detailed. The wrinkles in the cloth, comic book America's ass, wrinkles in the boots. It's really, really a nice figure, and I like it. It also comes with a gripping hand. No, what's grip? Anyway, it comes out of the package with 2 fists. Comes with an extra gripping hand. It comes with a pointer finger, because Cap's got to take charge and say, Avengers, assemble, and send them off. You got 2 gripping hands, one for each side, and he's got the go, go, go hand, too. So, really nice. All right, let's get Sam out. And where's I need my tool. Ain't a tool, it's a damn butter knife.
Kim, man, that's not a tool. That's a damn brick.
So, let's see. All right. Here we go. Sammy. And Sam Wilson. Ooh. Surprise, surprise. Choking hazard. And this also, Sam comes with. It's trapped like a rat. His Falcon Red Wing. Now, it also. Red Wing has this little attachment that plugs into his tail area, we'll just say. So you gotta stick that in there, and then you can clip it on Sam's wrist. I've seen the other reviews online, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, why is that red? Why couldn't they make that in clear plastic? It would look a little better, but it's okay. Just a little nitpick. He also has his lenticular shield. And he's got his 70s outfit, complete with his McDonald's boots. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like, seriously. I always remember looking at that, like, yeah, he's advertising McDonald's for Marvel Comics. So there's Sam, and then you got to put his wings on. Looks like he's got 2 sets of wings. And they've been doing this with other figures too. Any winged figures now, it seems like they are, or a lot of them, they're giving 2 versions. One with the wings extended and one with the wings folded. Now the wings aren't really that great though. They plug in. And you got 2 spots to plug them in here. And once you get them plugged in, but they kind of, it's like, okay, you can go this way. You know, do some adjustment so that it actually fits around his body. They could have done a better job on the wings, because you're kind of limited in movement with them. Even though it's got butterflies, when you start bending the arm back, it hits the body and pushes the wing out. So I guess we can. Now the other folded wing, let's see how that works. That actually, I think Sam's gonna spend most of his time with his wings at ease, because it actually fits on there better and looks a little better. I know there was another Falcon figure a few years ago. This is the first time, to my knowledge, that Hasbro has done Falcon in his next to original costume, because his original costume, if I remember correctly, was pretty much the same thing, but it wasn't red and white. It was actually green and yellow, I think. And when I get around to editing the video, I'm going to try and look that up and attach a picture to it. But yeah, it was, where it's red, it was green, and where it's white, I think it was yellow, something close to that. But anyway, this is the first time Hasbro has done this uniform. They've done a more modern take on it. And of course, they've done the Captain America version of it too. So Red Wing. Now let's see. I wonder if we can. The wings are folded. Yeah, it clips on there, but get his arm up. Oh, yeah, this is a tight joint. All right, let me rotate this around. There we go. Get that like that. And there he is. He's got Red Wing on his arm. So it's a pretty nice figure. I said I'm not real happy with these wings, so I'm going to have to figure something out there how I want to either modify those or see if I can find a loose figure somewhere that has the other wings and see if I can make those work. The nice thing about this is he does come with basically flying hands. But as soon as I saw these, I was thinking I may not even use these with Sam because I think most of the time he's going to be at ease. But Quicksilver. They've done a couple Quicksilver figures recently, but they haven't really given him hands that actually look like somebody that can run at super speeds. Like to me, if Quicksilver's running, he's probably going to have his hands out like this, like cutting through the wind. So they may be, Sam may have lost his hands to Quicksilver, but I'm glad to have those. So that's basically all the Captain America. Well, they're not. That's not all of them. That's all I have. Oh, almost forgot this guy. Now I'm probably not going to get the Falcon Sam out, but this is this one is still in stores. I believe this is one that they call their I think it's their Evergreen series, where they keep, they try and keep Spider-Man, Captain America, and Iron Man on the shelves every year, even if there's not a movie out. It's just they keep their most popular characters available for anybody that wants to get into it, missed a figure, or mainly kids. They're going to want Captain America, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and they should be able to find them. So it's just a basic figure, but it's what I see. It's really, it looks nice. Let me just use this. There's another one that I've had this sitting around. I never opened it. So yeah, I'll get them open and do a video next week. Next week. 8 months later. So got a shield he's got. Oh, what is that back? It's got like a kind of a light MCU background, it looks like. The images faded in there of the actors. That's pretty cool. So there is Cap in his more recent, I guess this was what? This was like Age of Ultron and Endgame, basically, right? Mm-hmm. Probably something else I'm missing. But it's actually... That is pretty good likeness. Looks pretty good to me. The face, very nice. And just, it looks pretty darn accurate to me. The face, the outfit, the build looks really good from what I've seen in the movies. He's got 2 fists. He's got his go, go, go hand, as I call it, and his pointing finger. Finger. Pointing finger.
They love putting the pointing fingers in these.
Yeah, man. And he also has his masked or helmeted head, since it is, in his case, really, it is a uniform. He's a super soldier. There's Cap. And another one, it's good. It has the straps on it, not the clip that breaks all the time. So that's a nice touch. I wish they would do that with all the shields. Do some kind of straps like this. Even Toy Biz. In fact, I just found it recently. Toy Biz Captain America shield actually had rubberized straps on it. So you could put it on the arm or you could put it on his back. Of course, they stretch out over time and also dry out, especially the Toy Biz ones now. They're, 25, 26 years old. Let's get his feet. So yeah, so here we go. I've got, that's my Falcon. This is my MCU cap. And after I'll put a non-broken shield with him, but that is my comic cap. Those are my go-tos now. So that's it. I just wanted to do 4th of July patriotic Captain America, the Sentinel of Liberty video on the 4th of July. And hopefully everybody is out having a good day, being safe, having fun though. Like, Stan, of course, he always knows how to have a good time. He's always hanging out. Don't worry though, he doesn't drive anywhere, so we don't have to worry about him. And there's Cap again. And the other pretenders or stand-ins, whatever you want to call them. But there's my crew. All right, happy 4th of July. And hopefully I'll get this edited today and up before midnight. All right, Legends Man out. And
Dr. RageQuit.
did you say that? I didn't hear you. Say it louder. Last time you were louder.
Dr. RageQuit.
Thank you. All right.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. Excelsior, Cap.